What happens when you get female MAGA drama, a pet panic, and a speeding ticket gone wrong? Find out next on Funny Affairs Now. Hey there, welcome to Funny Affairs Now, where we take the world's most jaw-dropping headlines and flip them into laugh-out-loud stories. I'm your host, Aaliyah, your guide through the latest news chaos with a twist of comedy. Whether it's politicians in a pickle, courtroom capers, or squatters hosting house parties, we're here to make sense of it all. Get ready to dive into today's funniest affairs and stick around because more madness will always come. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. It was another day in the world of political drama when Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to criticize far-right activist Laura Loomer. Greene, known for her own controversial remarks, took to X, formerly Twitter, to call Loomer's latest post extremely racist. Loomer has suggested that if Kamala Harris wins, the White House will smell like curry green. Trying her hand at damage control, responded, "This does not represent President Trump," leaving everyone to wonder if Greene was suddenly auditioning for the role of MAGA moderator. Never one to back down, Loomer fired back at the media for falsely accusing her of racism. Her defense, "Kamala Harris likes curry," she retorted. The absurdity of the exchange had everyone wondering if the GOP was now rating political discourse on a spice scale. Meanwhile, Greene was asked if she would advise Trump to distance himself from Loomer. "This is such an important election," Greene replied, sounding more like a contestant in a political reality show than a congresswoman. As the infighting continued, Trump was reportedly feeling dazed and confused by the political landscape. His team was trying to figure out whether to keep Loomer around or not, as her social media posts often seemed to hint at his next big attack. Greene, doubling down on her newfound role as the voice of reason, told reporters, "We need to focus on policy, not attacking people for their race." This, of course, was coming from the same Greene who once sparked outrage over a fellow congresswoman's fake eyelashes. Now, with the tables turned, Greene was calling out Loomer's rhetoric while somehow managing to distance herself from her own past statements. "We're not a party of identity politics," she claimed, conveniently ignoring her own greatest hits. The saga leaves everyone guessing, is this a strategic pivot by Greene, or just another chapter in the endless drama of far-right politics? Meanwhile, Trump, Loomer, and Greene continue their high-stakes game of political theater. One thing is certain when it comes to the MAGA movement: there's never a dull moment, and the popcorn is always fresh. It all started with JD Vance, Donald Trump's running mate, going on air to announce that migrants in Springfield, Ohio were eating household pets. Yes, you heard that right, cats and dogs were allegedly on the menu. This claim, lacking any proof, instantly set the internet ablaze. "We're just trying to bring attention to the real issues," Vance told CNN, like how much the media hates talking about cat memes. The only thing more surprising than his claim? The fact that Trump quickly amplified it at a presidential debate. While Vance was busy spinning yarns, Springfield's Mayor Rob Rue was frantically debunking rumors. "People's pets are safe in Springfield, Ohio," he insisted, probably wondering how his town had become the setting of a bizarre conspiracy theory. Despite his best efforts, the damage was done. Threats rolled in, 3 schools were evacuated, and local events were canceled. Mayor Rue tried to reach out to the Vance campaign, hoping to restore sanity, but it seemed they were too busy crafting new conspiracy theories. Governor Mike DeWine, also a Republican, joined the chorus of disbelief, labeling the rumors a piece of garbage, but the drama only intensified. Over at Wittenberg University, things went from weird to weirder as the campus faced threats targeting its Haitian community, leading to a massive security response. Even a video surfaced of Proud Boys marching in the streets, adding more fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Trump promised large deportations from Springfield if elected, leaving residents scratching their heads about which was more endangered, their pets or their sanity. Undeterred by the backlash, Vance made the rounds on Sunday talk shows, defending his creative storytelling technique. "If I have to create stories to make the media focus on the suffering of the American people, then so be it," he boldly declared. He seemed convinced that his constituents' first-hand accounts were as reliable as a GPS with a dead battery. Meanwhile, Springfield continued to wonder when it had become ground zero for political absurdity. As Springfield grapples with the fallout from these baseless claims, the town remains divided between disbelief and frustration. The mayor continues his media tour to clear the town's name, while the Vance-Trump campaign shows no sign of slowing down their surreal narrative. With the elections nearing, One thing is certain, if this is the beginning of the campaign, Springfield better buckle up. Because in a town where political theater and cat memes collide, anything is possible and nothing is sacred. It was a sunny Sunday in Miami, and Tyreek Hill, known for his lightning speed on the football field, seemed to be practicing for a new race, this time on the highway. As he zoomed past two Miami-Dade police officers parked in the middle of the road, one officer asked, "Was that a jet?" The other replied, "Nope, just Tyreek Hill," and they hit the gas to catch up. Moments later, Hill was pulled over. The officer, body cam rolling, approached his car and asked, "Why don't you have your seatbelt on?" Hill, clearly flustered, fumbled with his tinted windows. "Keep the window down," the officer demanded as Hill reached to put his seatbelt back on, muttering, "I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get out." Things quickly escalated when Hill was pulled out of his car, restrained and pushed to the ground. "You'll be seeing me in court," Hill shouted as his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, arrived on the scene like a lawyer in a TV drama, negotiating Hill's release after 25 minutes. Eyeballing speed isn't exactly the most scientific method. Hill, however, had bigger plans, calling for Officer Danny Torres, the man who handcuffed him, to be fired. Torres, a 27-year veteran with a colorful disciplinary history, was no stranger to controversy, having been suspended 6 times in his career. As the media dug deeper, more details about Officer Torres came to light. Over his 27 years with the force, Torres had received numerous commendations for dedication to duty and, ironically, being a safe driver. Yet his personnel file also showed a pattern of disciplinary issues, ranging from being discourteous to using excessive force. Hill, smelling an opportunity, called for Torres to be permanently removed from duty. "We all make mistakes, but 6 suspensions? Even I don't fumble that much," Hill added with a grin. At a press conference, Hill expressed some regrets, admitting he could have rolled down his window sooner. He suggested the incident be used as a learning tool for everyone, likening it to football practice. "We watch the tape to improve. Maybe the police should too." Torres found himself in the center of a storm. Hill's attorney demanded Torres' immediate firing, calling his actions excessive and unnecessary. Torres' lawyers, meanwhile, argued for his reinstatement, claiming he was just following protocol. Despite the drama, Hill made it to the Dolphins game against the Jaguars just in time. He scored an 80-yard touchdown and celebrated by putting his hands behind his back, wrists together, mimicking his earlier detainment. The ongoing saga, with an internal investigation underway, Miami-Dade's police director promised transparency. Hill geared up to face his legal challenge, ready to prove that his speed on the field could translate to a courtroom win.